Hello everyone, it's Nick here. I hope you are well. And as usual, we're on the Friday walk. I can't control the weather, so if there's a heavy wind on the camera, I do apologise for that. Now, this filming is most difficult I've ever had to do, because I've got a guy that's been following me with a dog, which has made filming very, very tricky. So I'm going to try and scrap what I can do, edit stuff together, so some scenes might be a bit short, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. This video is going to be a bit like that, I think. Outdoor filming is tricky at best, but when you've got someone that's trying to sabotage the filming, either intentionally or unintentionally, it gets ultimately not doable. So, worst case scenario, I might have to interconnect this with footage from inside. But anyway, hope you are feeling, could be anywhere this fella, hope you're feeling well and had a good week. I think you used to suffer from it, but I think, I don't know, it's something to do with the weather or the pollen count. I suddenly feel like I'm getting like hay fever, and I've been like sneezing a lot. Never used to have it before. Is this something that you've suffered from? I seem to combat it really by having small bits of water, and also I've got crystallised ginger. Oh god, let's go back to crystallised ginger, and that makes the palate a bit hot, and that seems to help it as well. But hopefully this won't be long lasting, because there's nothing worse than on a walk or doing a video or any time and you go into a sneezing bit. But hopefully I'll get over that. Hello, I'm still here, sort of. Maybe I should do these videos underwater, because if we're doing it underwater, then no one can sort of like follow you apart from dolphins. Now, don't worry yourself, because if this video's all been edited together and online, that means I survived, so I was okay. So you don't need to worry there, do you? It's just it's just me filming it at this very instance. I don't know whether it is going to be actually made, but you know, you're in the future. So what I'm going to talk to you about is a bit of news. This might be shortened, this one, it might not, who knows. We might end up in an airplane, we might end up in some amazing Indiana Jones adventure. But anyway, I read a report here. There's been a complaint, well, there's been a report done by some diversity watchdog, and apparently, well, what we knew already is 80% of all video game characters are male. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. It's a bit, I'm only concerned with whether the game's good or not. What about the Great Giant Sisters? There were 2 females in that. I hope they've counted that in it. Does that bother you? I'm not too bothered. If it's 50-50, if they're all female, if 99's female, 1's male, they're just computer graphics at the end of the day, aren't they really? Isn't it the playing of the game is the important thing, right? Abandon edit. Oh, man, what's going on? Now, take this as a kind of metaphor for life, folks. Whatever you try and achieve in life, most people will be quite supportive, but occasionally you'll get a rotten egg who'll try and pull everything apart. It's normally someone that's quite sad in life, hasn't got too many friends, and doesn't interact very well, but we raise above it and we get things done. So regardless, I'm going to pull whatever I can with the clips in this video. It's going to take maybe about 4 times as long to do it, but I will actually put it together, because these people will never win. So no matter what you're doing, if you're doing it online and one person's giving you hassle, possibly in multiple accounts, take this as sort of like inspiration, because we're going to get this done. So we're all on a mission. You're doing your stuff, I'm doing my stuff. We're going to kill the haters, whatever happens, and we're going to piece this together, right? Together, I've always said it. Together we win. Yeah, man. That's nice, a nice little seat. We're in a bit of a wooded bit now, and I've got great periphery vision of everything around me, so all's looking good. And I've got one of those, you know, like Predator, I've got one of those laser things, it's invisible, that can fire a laser off my shoulder, so it should be okay. Now, I hope you've, why do I do this? Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying the videos this week that have gone up on the channel. Try and keep them as varied as I possibly can. You might have seen one, you might have seen you might have seen loads, you might have seen none at all. But anyway, here's a brief summary of the games we covered, just in case you want to track them down. We did a live stream on Tuesday, of course, which was just great fun. It was very successful, and channel keeps going. I think we set a record in that stream. We had 62 watchers at the same time at one point. I think it was in that sort of area. It's definitely in the 60s. So thank you if you was in there. Should be another one next Tuesday. Okay, so the games we've looked at this time around were, and my arm doesn't get too tired here, was Mr. Wong's Loopy Laundry on the ZX Spectrum. And that was a single screen game where you must control Mr. Wong. Different times, of course. It might be seen as a bit racist nowadays, but you collect laundry on single screen by avoiding a possessed iron and soap suds and then putting them in a laundry chute. So that was quite a good one to get us going for the time. And then the game probably I might have liked the most from the whole of the week there. It's an arcade conversion, was Skull and Crossbones. Comparable, I suppose, to Golden Axe. It's that sort of thing where it's a horizontal scroller where you must rescue a princess. I'll be interested to see how this works on the Commodore Amiga, but on the ZX Spectrum it was absolutely brilliant. It's a sword buckling adventure, so you know, if you're going to check out any video this week, I would say check that one out. Mind you, I might say about a lot of these. And the other one was a homebrew on Thursday, or Wednesday, I should say, ZX Spectrum, Dante-rific 2. Now, I knew it's going to be really, really difficult. It's a cool platformer there. Dante-rific, the original game, was pretty tricky. This one came out the same year, in 2020. You're given 50 lives to actually help you, but it is pretty much a trial and error game. If you had just three lives, you'd end up swearing to yourself, having to start again. But this one, as I say, you're given a 50 lives, which makes it a little bit easier to play. But yeah, you know, you won't be completing this on your first go unless you're some amazing expert. I might have to do Dante-Terrific 3 as well. And what else was there? I'll continue as we're gradually getting further away from that nutcase. I think we might have eventually, after about 2 and a bit hours, given him the slip. Occasionally hear he's a yappy dog there. Yes, on the Commodore Amiga, this was a recommendation. I probably didn't get the most out of it because I wasn't good at it straight away. It's an ice hockey game called Blades of Steel. I can see if you did have it back in the day and put the time in it, you might have liked it. I couldn't get on with it, and of course I got tonked about 10-0 or something like that. So consequently I didn't like the game. I found the controls a little bit awkward, but you know, someone playing kickoff now with no experience on it might not have liked it. So I can see sort of like the parallels between the two. On the Mega Drive, we looked at one of the Outrun series. Let's go back this way. There's something going on. I think I've got two people now. That person's just a normal person. This person up here is just a crazy person. This way. Buy us a bit of time. On the Sega Mega Drive, there wasn't anyone on last week's walk, was there? I think we've doubled up this time. On the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, we played Outrunners. Sorry, it's not Outrun, not Outrun 2019. It's Outrunners, a split-screen game. You can play against the computer. Just checking the camera's still on. Very, very fast. It's got the original Outrun music in it, and I quite enjoyed it. Jack Jiminy Jones. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying this. There's no pain, no effort, or something like that. No effort, no pain, something like that. And the other game was on the Nintendo 64 from the arcades called Rampage. You control either one of three giants. This is like a comedy. Any one of 3 giants, and you must destroy towns around the world run by Scum Labs Laboratories, which done a weird experiments to you in the first place. So yeah, you know, have a look at those, show them some love, and away we go. Hello. Now, at the same time I've been filming this, I've been speaking to a few of you on Twitter, because I've been a bit worried about this guy, sort of like surrounding it and sort of like following me. I'm still okay. Well, you know this because you're watching the video. Occasionally I can hear his dog, but that seems to have gone now, so I think he might have gone past, so I might be okay. Now, it was suggested that I contact the police, but technically he hasn't really done anything wrong apart from being over friendly asked to use my camera, and well, he has been following me backward and forward, but he could say he's just on the walk, so I don't think the police could do anything about that. But thank you for your concern. With you lot there, although it's still internet digital, I don't feel quite on my own. People power. Well, we'll get this filmed. There's some nutcases about in it. Stay safe, everyone. Practice what you preach, Nick. Right, let's go. Coming up to sort of like the motorway bit now, so there's a bit of civilization. Then we go, well, it's not a motorway, it's like a roadway, whatever you call it, lesser than a motorway. We go up a bit, then down another bit to some separate fields, which I don't think you can get to unless you went down to this route. So fingers crossed. And the one, that's someone else's dog. And the one constant in these is the red rubbish bag. The red rubbish bags there, we're okay, that's a good omen. Yappy dogs everywhere. Right. I'd like to see him do this. I'd like to see him get over the stile. We've got him. Oh, yeah, man. Let's do this thing. We're in the winning party, that's for sure. He won't be able to get through there. These are always supposed to be relaxing walks, but as I said to you before, there's no need to worry, because if you're watching this video, that means I'm all okay, because I got home, I edited it together, and everything is super cool. Now, as I say, occasionally you might meet a nutcase. Generally they are harmless, but you never know. One line he says, let's have a go of your camera, mate. And I probably, if I gave that to him, he might have legged off. Yeah, fine. So let's relax now. I think I'm quite confident I've given him the slip. So I'm glad we didn't surrender to that thorn bush. Then we didn't surrender to that potential problem. And the Friday walks continue. So thank you to everyone on Twitter that got me through that potentially tricky thing. Who knows what's going to happen next? Maybe there'll be a lion or something like that. Hurrah! It's an adventure, isn't it? And we go to stile number 2. Not Harry Styles, it's just a... Whoa. Normal styles. Have they cut some of that back? A little, but not a great... Yeah, a little, but not a great deal, right? Limbo. I don't know if you've been watching the Olympics this year. Normally I'm really into the Olympics. I like my sport. As you know, because of COVID it got delayed. It was supposed to be in 2020, although it's still called the 2020 Olympics. It's in 2021. And I've just missed loads of it. I missed all the athletics. I missed the 100 metres men's and women's, which I'm really into. And I don't know, I'm just not really into it this time. I don't know why, because we had lots of other stuff to think about. It's just come and it's gone. I think there's still a few things left to go on that. Have you been watching the Olympics? I mean, yeah, I feel sorry a bit for Tokyo. It's taken like the wind out their sails really, but I think the UK, where I'm from, I think we're fourth. We were fourth the last time I checked on the medal table, which is pretty amazing because we're not the largest country in the world, although we are quite densely populated there. But yeah, there we go, take it or leave it. I've been more into the Formula 1. It's heating up between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, of course. I think they're going to have a few more crashes and incidents before the season's over. But Olympics, are you a fan of that? Let me know. What's been big in the news as well this week, which I've experienced a little bit of trouble with, is that app, you know, the COVID app. So when someone gets pinged, if you have it on your phone, apologies for the wind, not mine, the weather. If you have it on your phone and get pinged, that means you have to self-isolate. And it's been getting to like loads of people each day. I think it peaks about 650,000, and it has a knock-on effect to the economy and services as well. Now normally, because I'm always worried about being late for work, I catch a bus which will get me in quite early, which means you know, about half an hour, 3/4 an hour early, which is ridiculous really. I only need to get in about 2 minutes before. And because of the pinging, I presume, about 3 buses in a row didn't turn up because there was no drivers, I guess. This is what I've just pieced together, but I presume it's that from what I've read elsewhere. And I got in 6 minutes early, so normal time. So it's good to know, due to my worrying and diligence, that even worst case scenario, I'm getting 6 minutes early, which most people get in. I always turn up early for everything. If someone says meet at 7 somewhere, I will probably be there at 10:02. If we was meeting at the pub or something like that, they'll bowl in at 15:15. So by that time, I've been waiting half an hour or 20 minutes. But that's just the way I'm geared, I suppose. There we go. On the good news, I'm 100% safe. That guy hasn't followed me into this bit. I can't hear his dog at all. So what I'll do, I'll just answer some of the Twitter stuff, which people are generally worried about me. So thank you for that. But I think we're going to be able to get a video together, I think. So thanks, folks. Thanks for looking after me. It's always good, isn't it, to survive in one piece. You know, there will be trials and tribulations along the way with the channel, with your own lives and stuff like that. But you know, you've got to be sensible. I wasn't very sensible back there. I should have gone straight home. But anyway, we produced a video, and it's the first time I've seen that guy. And never mind. But anyway, this is the members bit. So thank you for subscribing, everyone, if you have done it already. If you haven't, please consider doing so. But this is a special thanks to the members, people. If you're on the second tier or above, I'll give you a shout out your name or any website or project that you're working on. But thank you to all the tiers on the members, because that really helps. It's slowly growing. The idea is to eventually do this full time. That can offer you more, upgrade the equipment, hire heavies to knock away followers, and have bouncers and ninja experts, sound engineers, and all the other stuff. A catering van, all those things, stunt doubles. You know what I mean. There we go. So special thanks this time go to GTB Films. Neil Barrett, thank you Neil for your cool gaming suggestions. Ratty, Grey Hulk 2, Malad 1, thank you everyone. Arsone 1255, good old Alf, fair weather there Alf. I've just bought Alf, I just bought this throw. It's just like a space themed throw, which hopefully can go in the background. We'll see how it works with the live streams. At the back behind me, quite often you'd see a beige blanket. This one, it's going to be like a space theme. So thank you there. Thank you also to Una Bjornsson. Thank you for your support, sir. Jason Smith, Nikki S. Thank you, and best wishes in everything that you do. As well to Claire Johnson. Thank you. Big hello and thank you to What Ho Snorkers. You're a top guy. Thank you also to John Roby and Jeffrey Searby. Let's swap hands. I'm not a weightlifter. This camera must weigh at least 5 grams. Big thank you to Steve Norman. Right, here we go. Steve Norman. His blog is retroarcadia.blog. He looks at different games each week. Sometimes there's one blog, and sometimes there's 2 blogs to read, but always worth a read. A lot of information there and memories. I think this thing almost fell down then. Who's built this? Yes, this time around he's looked at Silent Hill 3 on... Oh look, I've dropped my notes, what a wally. Right, I'm back. He was looking at Silent Hill 3, Spooky. Film's still on, right. Yes. Am I a one-man operation? I think this blooming well proves it. Never scripted this, never. Yeah, Silent Hill 3, and also as well on the Nintendo Switch a game called Darius Burst X Plus, another Chronicle I think on the Switch. Now it's based on a game that was on the ZX Spectrum, which I haven't covered yet, called Darius Plus, but thank you for reminding me, Steve. I've got that added to the list. Silent Hill 3, really spooky. I didn't own that one back in the day. I owned the original Silent Hill. Yeah, and that was extremely scary. I think I went on to Devil May Cry then on the PlayStation, but yeah, very spooky. Problem solving there. Don't play it on your own in the dark. That's my advice. So have a look at retroarcadia.blog. Really well written. So well done, Steve. Thank you also, as the wind picks up, sorry if as always the sound goes up and down. Thank you to Lemmy Barnett, thank you. Steve Q, thanks for all your cool support, Steve, really appreciated, mate, thank you. Phil Hill, Rossi Bossy. Now Rossi is still working on Super 3D Pixel Grand Prix, but if you follow him on Twitter you'll know this already. He's recently added another upgrade to the game, which is basically global reflection, so everything looks a little bit more real now, more lively. Game's really coming together well. Quite often I say the old name of his itch site there, so I've changed the graphic then there might be a review of one of his games soon. I've got the old link, but the old link still takes you to the sites there. But the new link is rosbossy up there, .itch.io, so Super 3D Pixel Grand Prix, and you can check out some of his other games as well for free, including Nifty Lifty 2 and Re-Enduro, which hopefully I'll get to review soon. So well done, Rossi, with that. Big thanks to Jason Holmes, Andrew Gibson, Stu Hu, thank you, Chono Baggy and David Hirokawa, thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's 6 of you on the top tier. So let's go for a bit of a walk, because I'm getting a bit of a numb bum. Write that down in your textbooks. There are 6 of you on the upper tier, so huge thank you. I can't thank you enough, really. Absolutely incredible, the support you're lending me, and it's that sort of thing which is, you know, potentially takes the channel up, uppity, and uppity, 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 if that indeed is a word. Now let's get in here, because the wind's going really bad now. So thank you to Colin Hode, top guy. Martin R, thank you as well. I know you catch the live stream maybe a day after or a day or two after, so thank you, Martin. Always love reading your comments, excellent. Richard Mitten, you're a top guy as well, you all are. Tom, thank you for your support. Jeffrey, oh sorry, not Jeffrey, what am I talking about? Graham Vebke, sorry, sorry about, who's Jeffrey? There was a Jeffrey in Rainbow, but I don't think he supported me. Passed on now, unfortunately. Nick, where are you going with this? No, thank you to Graham Vebke. And also a huge thanks to Jules M, very, very busy, does a lot of work for the channel as well in terms of retweets of videos and stuff like that. Let's get down a bit, that might cut the wind down a little bit. Ooh, oh God, I just sat on my own shoe. Got a numb bum and now got an injured bum. Write that down in your textbooks underneath that other bit. And then someone will find the textbook and say, why is there this note about Nick's bum? Never mind. I do go off on a tangent. What am I saying about Jules? Yes, Jules M. She runs a site called mygamingmemories.weebly.com, which is much more exciting than my bum. And she's been working on this Game Boy Advance page, which keeps getting bits. I've got a thing in the way now. Keeps getting things added to it. She's looked at the game Noddy, aimed at younger gamers. Garfield, and believe it or not, Heidi. Yes, that's made it into a game. That's super incredible, isn't it, really? And you also look at Snookered on the ZX Spectrum. So have a look at that. Well worth going to, lots of information. It's like one of these Aladdin Caves treasure troves, because you'll start clicking on links. Before you know it, you'll be going all over the place. So this one's called mygamingmemories.weebly.com. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a look at all that great stuff. If you want to become a member, then if you click on the join button there above the video, there'll be another video letting you know what it sort of like entails. It doesn't commit you straight away, you can make a decision then. If you do support me in that way, it helps the channel grow, helps it continue in very tricky times. You've got access to the members section, so you'll know what games are going up in the following week. So if you want to practice those or have a go in advance, you can be a clever clogs or be a better game player than me. By the time they come round, it gives you that opportunity to do so. And we come together in a community in there as well as the live stream. So thank you very much. There'll be a couple of ZX Spectrum videos on the Saturday. I feared I wouldn't be able to make this video, but I think I might just about have enough to cobble some sort of craziness together. So thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, thank you for being a member if you are. Have a fantastic weekend, and always remember, no matter how bad things get, like today's been an example, we can overcome these things if we break it down and be rational and don't get, yeah, whatever. We've got bouncers with us, which I haven't, but you know what I mean. I can't be too flippant. Always look after your safety, but it's worked out this time. So till next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye. Oh, also, thank you to everyone on Twitter who responded while I was filming this to make sure I was okay. Right, take 2. Get ready, Dalek. And until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, E.
And Jenkin.